Hey guys, in this video I will tell you how I failed my second startup. Stay tuned till the end for the lessons learned. Hey, I'm Eddie from RCGWorks, accompanying you on your journey to become an indie software developer. On this channel, I give tips and advice on becoming an indie software developer, helping you create your very own software products and services. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and make sure you click on the bell icon so that you do not miss any of my future videos. So, after having failed my first startup, which was Uwango Organic, if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the card above. I was pretty disappointed that it did not work out. By that time, I had already left college and moved to California to look for a job. I was working with a recruiter there who was sending me out to a few interviews per week, but I was really bad at interviewing and failing most of them. I was living on a very small amount of money I had saved during college, working as a teaching assistant, and my days in California were counted. I loved being in Fremont, California, but I totally hated my situation living there. I was sharing a one-bedroom apartment with three guys, and it ended up being living with five guys in there. I was sleeping on the couch, and I was the lucky one, as most of the others were sleeping on a mattress on the ground. There was zero privacy for interview calls, as people were always around. I was lucky to have two friends living there already. They gave me hope that my situation will improve. This hardened my belief into having my own company one day. After a couple of months, I was finally given an offer for a Fortune 100 company in Austin as a contractor, and I didn't look back. I packed my bags and moved. I was actually laid off from that company 1.5 years later, but that's a story for another time. So I moved to Austin, stayed with a great friend of mine whom I met in college. He showed me the Austinite way of living, and I really liked it here. He was also friends with one of my co founders of my previous startup, and the latter would come down to Austin a couple of times a year to hang out. That's where we would talk about our failed startup, Uwango, talked about what it could have been, etc. In 2015, we decided that we were going to try something again after having talked about it for so long. We decided to create BARMOB. It was going to be a mobile only platform to help users find curated happy hours at restaurants and bars around them. We were both into clubbing and bars, both single, and wanted to go out and meet people at the time we were discussing what to build. When we actually started working on the project, I was already married, which kind of kicked me out of the demographic. Since I really liked the idea of the app, I still decided to go with it. Maybe I shouldn't have, I don't know. But I learned so much from it. As they say, there are no mistakes, only lessons. I don't know who made that quote, but there goes. My friend would be taking care of the business side while I was going to work on the technical side. As usual, as soon as we discussed the project requirements, I was all excited about starting to code and bootstrapping. I did not know enough about making a mobile app, so I started to dig in and found the Ionic framework with which I could create a hybrid application which would work on both iPhone and the Android platform. I did not know AngularJS at the time, so I took the course from Anthony Alicer, Learn and Understand AngularJS on Udemy. Since I was only starting with UI UX, I went with an Ionic template, and I found the awesome Ion Full App starter app on the Ionic market. All I had to do was customize the front end, create a back end, and the website for the links to the stores. I started working on it almost every day from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Get 5 hours of sleep, then go to my day job. I was learning AngularJS, Node.js, MongoDB, and AWS while coding the solution. It's true that it takes more time to learn like that, but you learn so much by implementing the code into a project that you are invested into as compared to an example project in a tutorial. The idea was to use Yelp's API to get restaurant and bar locations in an area, and we would come in and supplement the description available with our own reviews of the place if the happy hours were worth it and give a happy hour menu. These details would have to be manually entered in. The monetization plan of the app would be to contact the restaurants and bars and have them buy a package. With that, they would be able to send out notifications to users in their region and inform them of special deals of happy hours happening. Users also had the possibility of creating an event and invite their friends to it with a message board for comments about that event. We used to have endless discussions about what needed to be in the MVP, about the features, the style that our users would like, and it took us a whole year to have a prototype. By that time, my son was born. I was taking care of him at night time and writing code while my wife caught up on some sleep. I was thinking that my sacrifice would one day pay off by having a successful application. End of 2016, we released the app on the App Store and Google Play. I was really excited about it. I loved the interface, which looked better than a lot of competing applications in those days. You can still see a quick video of it at BARMOB.co. I still have it up, but you cannot get the app anymore. Still feeling nostalgic to bring it down for good. By the way, I made that website using WordPress and the Divi template in just a couple of days. If you need to throw a website up easily, be sure to check out my tutorial on it. All links in the description below. While I was coding the solution, my partner was busy collecting data of the restaurants and bars, and he was inputting that through a backend admin console. We started with only a few big cities at first, and on launch date, we blasted our social media with warm-up links, images, videos, and logos. We got a maximum of maybe 10 downloads from the people we knew who were only downloading it to support us. But we still got 10 downloads. Not what we were hoping for, but still a small encouragement. We kept on inputting more locations and kept developing the admin console to make that process more efficient. Result, zero increase in amount of users. At this point, we had done zero marketing as such. So all the marketing we were about to do was just an afterthought. My friend tried some Facebook ads. He had no previous experience with it. That didn't work out very well, and we lost some money there. South by Southwest was a couple of days away in Austin. We suddenly decided it was going to be a good idea to have a presence there. So we managed to get a couple of t-shirts printed with some flyers. My cousin and I went to downtown Austin on the last day in the evening, and my friend drove down from Oklahoma. We spent a few hours distributing the flyers. Nobody seemed interested apart from a few drunk people hanging out around the taco truck. We did get one download from them though. We knew South by Southwest was a long shot, but morale was at a low point when we were done. We were not making any money from the app since we did not have a lot of users. So we did not even go out to talk to the restaurants to try to make them a conditional deal. I over-engineered the solution by having a different server for the front end, one for the back end, and one for the database. Costs were rising and I could not keep up with it. I did not have an extra $100 every month lying around with the arrival of the new baby. The app kinda died a slow death when we shut down the AWS servers. We did not have any money to pay for the Apple dev license, and the app was removed from the App Store. And for some other reason, the Google Play one was taken down too. Right now, I only have it on my phone, but it's not working, of course. Let's go to the lessons learned with that one. Number one, know which audience you're going to make the app for. Up until the end of the app, we were still unclear on who we were targeting with the app. Was it young professionals or families who wanted to save some money? Number two, once you know your audience, make a marketing plan, even if it's just talking about it. This will open your eyes on the amount of money you will need to budget for marketing. To me, the marketing aspect requires a lot more money than developing the app. If you're thinking it's the other way around, you might be surprised by the amount of users you get on your launch day. The best architected app you build is useless if nobody knows about it or uses it. Number three, do not over-architect or try to optimize in the beginning. You do not have enough data on your users yet, so you don't know the behaviors to optimize for. Number four, keep costs to a minimum. Bootstrap a maximum. Do not reinvent the wheel. Use code available to you already. Number five, your app does not have to be perfect with all the features you want when you launch. These can be added progressively. Users will love the new features you have with frequent updates as long as you don't make the experience worse. Number six, I'm probably going to get some heat with this one, but you are bootstrapping. Do not write so many tests. This is a time sink. You just need your app to behave properly without overthinking about edge cases. You will probably have to scrap that whole code base anyway in a few months, when libraries become obsolete or you are upgrading your code. It might even happen that you change platform completely. If you got any value out of this video, please go ahead and smash the like button. This helps the YouTube algorithm to show my videos. It will really help me make more videos like this one. I'll see you in the next one.